Hello everyone, and welcome to a Masks one-shot slash two-shot featuring the Baja Amaterasu Canis Major crew minus Matthew. Matthew, unfortunately, is busy until November, so Techno Nerd and Bean and I thought, well, we'll just run Masks or something simple that we can do in one or two shots. Now, of course, my name is ELH the Game Master, and joining me are, of course, Techno and Bean. Techno and Beam, would you care to introduce yourselves and introduce your character?
Are we both talking at the same time?
I think we have to do it in unison, but to be polite, I think you have to go first.
No, I want to try and do it in one of us.
One of us.
One of us.
One of
One
us.
of us. So, hello everyone. I am Techno Nerd, Techno, Tech, whatever you feel like. I am playing a character by the name of Jason J. Joltzman, or Glitch. Are we saying anything about our characters here? I guess so, yeah. I will be playing from the Nova playbook of Masks. And
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. They
I
got
let
him.
him go first and he died.
He
No,
died.
the villain's got him.
Why
be
is
here.
he dying? Oh, you're back.
Oh, hang on.
Okay, so we got to the Nova playbook and then you died.
Oh, no.
Off-screen.
Okay. Right. Yeah, so, damn it. Yes, playing from the Nova playbook, I am playing a character with electric powers and sort of computer control powers. So we'll see if and when and how that comes up. But yeah.
All right.
That's
I
me.
love what Steve said in chat. Maximum immersion glitch has glitched out. Yeah, that's intentional. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah. Look, I see.
yeah.
I have to. I'm a method actor. I have to embody my character, and the best way to do that is to just crash my computer at random intervals.
Yeah. Perfectly justified. Alright. Well, I guess I'm being Goblin. VT. Gotta remember the VT, it's important, I think. I'm playing Cassandra Singh, aka Hive Queen. I am just a little goblin, playing just a little gal in the big city. Let's go.
All right. And in the spirit of 80s to 90s cartoon intros, Techno has whipped us up a glorious introduction, so let's check it out. Like I said, the best 80s to 90s introduction you could
Oh, I don't know, but it's
have
what
you
you got. It's
seen-
what you got anyway. So
Have you seen 80s to 90s intros? Especially the CGI ones. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since this is everybody's first time playing Masks, I will give a little bit of a primer. So basically, the way the system works is whenever you are attempting to do something, you roll 2d6 and you add a modifier. And if you roll a 1 to 6, it is known as a miss. 7 to 9 is a hit. And a 10 through 12 is a full hit. So, for example, a roll of a 3 would be a miss, and that's a no but. A roll of an 8 would be a regular hit, and that's a yes but. And a 10 or higher, so an 11, would be a yes and, if that helps frame what each roll does. And of course, you can see in Foundry, I have already captured the roll so you can see what's going on. But to set the scene for the adventure, you all are in Halcyon City. It is basically a mix between Gotham and Metropolis of DC fame, maybe even a little bit of New York from Marvel as well. It is quite literally the stereotypical superhero city. So you two, if I understand where you're coming from, had a interesting run-in And after this run in, you have decided to meet at a very stereotypical 50s American diner known as the Power Bar. And you all are, well, meeting for the first time, quote unquote, when you're not wearing your mask. And as we sort of fly into this, again, stereotypical 50s American diner, we see the line of booths along the left side. There's a waitress running around with a perpetually full pot of coffee, refilling mugs. And then we see you two in a booth. And what do we look like? What do our characters look like exactly?
So I just sitting down with a big like thud sits Cassandra Singh, short, white skin, ginger haired, freckles, very baggy clothing right now, so things like a hoodie and stuff. At the moment, she has dangled just underneath the hoodie a reporter's badge, and she sort of plumps down onto the large sort of like seat that these places have, and then just slumps a backpack to the side of her, facing the window.
Okay. And what do we see of Glitch?
So, Glitch, or in his day clothes, Jason J. Joltzman, is already at the booth. He's a sort of teenager. He's wearing similarly like a sort of dark grey hoodie, as you'll sort of see in my image here. And he's got some headphones on, and he's just sort of tucking into a big plate of like pancakes. And obviously, he sort of looks up when Cassandra sits down. And he's got a mouthful of food. Goes, "Oh, well, oh yeah, hi. From last night, right?
From last night. You picked
Yeah.
an interesting place for us to meet up.
You've never been here before?
Not to this specific bar, but there is 20 more like them.
Well, I mean, true, yeah, but this one's, close to the area that, we got our asses handed to us last night. So,
I was going to say made our acquaintances, but yes, if you want to be more descriptive.
I mean, hey, look, why sugarcoat what happened, right?
Speaking of which, I could use some sugar, as I will just wave over the waitress to order a similar big plate of pancakes.
Already got another forkful of pancake in his mouth. He's just pointing to them and just nodding, like, yeah. You want to get in on these.
All right, so the waitress comes over, gets your order of pancakes, comes back about 5 minutes later with a steaming pile of pancakes. There's like 10 of the things stacked as high as you can. She also brings another thing of hot syrup, and she brings a little bowl of butter, and also a little bowl of little fruits, so things like blueberries and cranberries and raspberries.
So what I do is I put my left arm covering the plate so people in the diner can't see what I'm about to do, and put my chin on it, as I will put my hand next to the plate as ants will crawl out of my hand and start eating the pancakes.
And I think, Jay's just going to sort of stop a fork halfway to his mouth. Just go like,
I gotta feed the troopers.
sure, okay. Just that seems like some sort of health code violation.
They're not gonna go in the kitchen, so it'll be fine.
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't care how it works. I got hit by pesticide yesterday. They're eating the pancakes. I'm eating the pancakes.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I will then as the ants have descended upon the pancakes, I'll start picking and eating the fruit. Since I'm eating the good stuff, see? I'm being good for my diet.
I think it's rather offset by the pancakes and the syrup and the butter and the everything else. But
that's good
sure.
for them.
And he pushes his bowl of fruit, which is completely untouched, towards her.
That's also just like, yes, give me your extras. I want all of them. I am hungry.
So obviously you're Hive Queen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
Glitch. Are we doing other names? We've got faces now.
Ah, Cassandra, and you don't need or Cass if you want, but like maybe don't be so loud about like the
Ah,
whole.
it's power bars is fine. Everyone's a cape here. It's fine. Even the waitress.
As I will have a quick look around as just like this, like, is he being serious? Look.
No, no, seriously, she's the coffee crusader.
And because I find it funny, why don't we do a test roll just so that you all can understand what's going on with the sheet and understand a little bit about the system. So, Bean, you will be assessing the situation, which
Hmm.
is a plus superior. So, what you can do on your sheet is you can either click the assess the situation button that turns into dice and it'll roll for you,
Hmm.
or you can up in superior, you can click superior and roll it that way.
Okay, question. Since
Mm-hmm.
I do have enhanced senses
Mm-hmm.
through my little ant army, do I pick up anything unusual from that angle? Do I get a benefit from that, or should I
That'll
just
flavor the answer I give you.
okay?
Okay.
Nope.
So this is actually a good thing because you're like, well, wait a second, ELH, I just failed. What isn't that bad? So the way advancement works in Mask is that every time you fail a roll, you mark potential. And once you accrue 5 potential, you level up your character. So even failing in this system is very good, kind of a thing. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna say with a 2, um, you are looking around, and to you, they look like normal people, but to the audience, quote unquote, the fourth wall, as it were, yeah, the waitress actually has on a little cape, and you notice that the coffee pot is actually like a holographic projection of some kind. It's made of hard light. The cook behind the in the kitchen is four armed and is also kind of got on like Colossus metal skin kind of going on. The other diners are varying in their weirdness. One of them only has one eye, another only has two arms but a tail. And for you, Hive Queen, you miss all of that.
Hmm. So
How?
I like to imagine the well, it's a case of everybody's hiding it like behind like jackets or like coats and stuff. So Hive Queen turns, and I just like to imagine the comic book panel where everybody's face is like half their normal face, half their superhero costume.
Mhm.
As Hive Queen just looks confused, while you're like your speech bubble, like yeah, no, like, everybody's heroes. I like then turn back and give you this like sort of like I don't know whether if you're like pulling my chain
Mm.
pulling my leg or not.
No, okay, fine. I mean, sure. Clearly, you don't trust me yet, but trust me, everyone here's a cape. We're all good.
Ah,
You don't trust me,
and
do you? No. Okay.
I look, I got knocked around way too much, and the only reason that I trusted you because I think we can both go deal with the 22s.
Uh, yeah. I mean, is this what this is? Are we teaming up? Is that the plan here?
Unless you want to go it alone and get your butt kicked again.
I mean, I was doing fine till your superhero turned up, or your supervillain turned
Uh,
up.
Okay, okay, all right, yeah, and I was doing fine until her husband turned up.
Yeah. No. So
Her
yeah,
wife,
and
even
then
his wife. I
yes.
don't know. I've been knocked around. It was the wife that beat the crap into me. Yes, I remember now. I was
Yeah.
chasing the husband. So
Uh,
do you know anything about the 22s, or are you just like just following random band guys
I
around
mean,
the city?
I know what everyone on this sort of area knows. They're bad news. They
Hmm.
do drug smuggling, tech smuggling, weapon smuggling.
Okay,
Uh,
so you actually know stuff. Okay.
I mean, ouch, but also fair. Um, you know, uh, Obviously, Fort Flame, Hydrofoil, they're the two running it. Um,
Hmm.
uh, I don't like them.
I
Does
don't
that
think
count?
many people like them. As I'll open my bag and start revealing like pictures of them and various like sort of like the classic sort of like I've been snooping with a camera sort of pictures, the classic PI sort of thing. Yeah, let's just say that they got certain groups in their pocket as I will like spin around a classic Polaroid picture of them like they gangsters tipping off a police officer.
Oh, look at that! They're bribing the police.
Mm.
Didn't see that coming. That's that's news to me.
And
It
they
should be
seem
clear I'm being sarcastic. You don't know me very well,
no, I don't know you very well.
but that came across, right? We're good.
Yeah, we're good. I
Okay,
think
good. Yeah, no, good.
I take a big bite of the pancakes and just mumble to myself.
So yeah. So I know all of that. You clearly have a day job, snooping, or maybe this is just a hobby. I don't know. But clearly you know enough about the situation that I'm not going to have to explain it to you.
I just give it this like sort of like you are just a kid. Like I'm probably only like a year or two older than this person, but I feel slightly superior because I have a day job.
Mm, 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 mm. Well, I
So
mean,
you
look,
know
hey,
where they're storing the weapons, right?
uh, oh, you mean like the specific? I mean, obviously I know where they're storing them, just not specifically right now.
Uh-huh. And
Mm.
you're chasing them for the weapons or some other reason for chasing them, or are you just randomly picking a gang to fight every weekend?
I mean, that makes it sound so, they're stealing tech. I mentioned that. So yeah, they're stealing a lot of tech. That's kind of my thing.
Hmm.
And I don't want to see that tech on the streets or hurting people.
And a specific thing that they've stolen, or is it just they've gone to a recent, Apple store and stole all of the things from the orchard?
Oh yeah, I really care that they were stealing things from Apple Core. Yeah. Um, no, they're stealing like heavy tech, like supercomputers and like quantum refractory CPU cores and like giga drives and all this kind of stuff. Bad stuff that you don't want them to have, access to. This is like, top grade, military may be overselling it, but like,
And
private security stuff.
it goes back to like the comic book panels, as my thought bubble has. He is really easy to get to talk about information. That might be a concern. Well, anyway, so you know where they're storing them, right?
I feel like Glitch has similarly a little thought bubble come up and just goes, "This is going so well."
So you know where the weapons are going, right?
The weapons, no, no. I know where the
Well,
tech is. I don't know anything about the weapons or any,
okay.
the
Well,
drugs
well,
and stuff like that. I can find out, but I'd
well.
need,
How about you tell me where you think the the attack is going, and then we can move from there. Since
Ooh, why don't you tell me where you think the weapons are going?
I feel like you don't know and just waiting for me to say, so you can go, haha, I knew all along.
I feel like you don't know, and you're
I I
waiting.
I I like wave a picture side to side, which is facing away from you.
That could be anyone, anywhere.
It could be anywhere. But I want you to admit that you don't know where we're going first.
Well, I know where I'm going.
Oh, where are you going then?
22 Street.
22 Street is literally the worst place to go tackle this gang.
Yeah,
You'll have
but
the
that's where
police.
they are.
Yes, but you'll have the police and them to deal with.
Well, not me. Well, I won't because I'll be being sneaky and stealthy.
Trust me, they have nothing there. That is the whole reason they have that bar.
Oh, what did you use your bug powers to work that out?
Yes, because nobody notices ants snooping around.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good point.
Since you don't know, as I will like flick this picture of like one of their vehicles going into a warehouse at the docks.
Oh, the docks at the end of 22 Street. I called it.
That is not where the 22 Street is. 22 Street is the other side of the city. That's the dock side.
Oh, right. No,
Eastborough.
these are those docks. I thought no. Okay, yeah.
22 Street is nowhere near the river.
Well,
I just give this exasperated look. and in a full battle, it's a good thing that he has good looks because he doesn't have brains to match.
story of my life.
Well,
Anyway.
as you are chatting and eating your pancakes or letting your minions eat your pancakes, what I'm going to say is you start to notice that you're the only ones left in the diner. And as you look up and realize this, you actually have your attention drawn outside where most of the people that were in here have donned their super costumes and are currently engaged in a brawl with someone who looks like, well, for lack of a better descriptor, looks like the Katamari Damacy character, the little prince. And they're just rolling up things on the street as everybody's trying to get him to not do that.
I just look at the food and just like look at the outside and go, is that real?
I
feel
told you
like-
they're okay. I told you they're all capes. I told you
I'm
this.
talking about the little guy who's rolling things up.
Oh man, he comes around every week.
He comes around every week. This is
Yeah.
a weekly... Holy Why do people not know about the power bar?
Why do you?
Is
What do
there
you
somebody
mean?
here that stops people from just walking past and
And I'm just
realizing
eating pancakes.
superheroes just stay at this bar and fight that guy every week?
I mean, you know, just people don't look for these sorts of things. It's like no one knows it's a police bar until you walk in, right?
Just take a sip of my coffee. It's just this like, I thought people had to be a bit more subtle than this.
Here? No. No, every other person's probably a cape. Look, I'm exaggerating. You know, the point is, you know,
Okay.
we have superheroes here. That's our thing, you know? You've got, you know, Speed City over on the East Coast, and, you know, they do like NASCAR or whatever, and, you know, you've got us, and we do superheroes.
I suppose there is an anomaly loud amount of superheroes in this city than the rest of the states. But yeah, okay.
Hang on.
Help?
You're what? Huh? You're doing what is this? Like investigative journalism? Is that what we're doing here? And you don't know this? How long have you been in the city?
I don't know. Not that long.
I see. This is why you don't know me. You don't know these people. This is why you don't know things. It's a good thing that I'm here, actually. And outside, there's just explosions and things being rolled up.
You need to help with that.
We can if you want. Do you want to help them out? I mean, he sort of looks over out the window, just like, I mean, you know, and the four-armed chef guy is like trying to batter this rolled up ball of stuff. So, you know, they got it.
And just because I find it funny, like the original Katamari Damacy music is playing the entire time, so it's kind of like la 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 la, and it's there's people screaming, there's cars detonating, and it's the most weird juxtaposition between what is actually happening and the sounds that are coming.
Yeah, like we need to go help. But if this happens every week, then why do people? I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to get into costume and deal with this and just come back to my meal afterwards.
All right, man. If you want to throw ants at a giant spacefaring ball rolling alien thing, yeah. All right, I'll come with. And he's just literally pulls his hoodie up and puts a domino mask on, and that's pretty much him done.
Okay.
What? You want me to wear my super suit in public? What are you, insane?
You just pulled your hood up and put a mask on.
No, I'm invisible. I mean, not literally invisible, but like, people don't know it's me. I'm wearing a mask.
I go around the corner and do the classic hero thing where it's under my clothes
Mm-hmm.
and go get changed to my superhero costume with this look of like, I am surrounded by idiots.
Love it. So, after you all mask up, as it were, you head out into the street, and yes, it is quite literally controlled chaos, or maybe just regular chaos, where the prince, as I'm going to call him, has rolled up most of the street at this point. The Katamari, the legally distinct Katamari, is quite large. It's actually about 2 or 3 stories tall at this point. It's gathered up
The
quite a bit.
Matakari, yeah.
Um, and the other supers, the other capes, some of them are trying to attack the legally distinct prince. Others are trying to pull people to safety and otherwise deal with this threat. But my question to you two is, how are you going to be helping with the situation? And based on what you tell me, we will do a roll appropriate.
So I don't know how to switch over my freak and my mundane because that's what happens when I mask up manually. So without actually just changing the numbers. So do you just want me to roll my mundane and my freak respectively?
Yeah, that works for me.
When it comes to that, well, I could just roll unleashed and just add +4 and vice versa.
Also works for me. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, tell me a little bit about what you're doing in particular. Like, are you going to help with the saving of the people? Are you going to be trying to directly engage with the prince? Are you going to maybe try and distract them? Like, what is it you're doing to aid in this situation?
So, from what I understand, he gets more powerful the bigger his ball gets.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple idea I have is to unleash a swarm of ants and various insects into it, which just wave over like a claw, and just start ripping apart pieces, the larger pieces like cars and other such things, to reduce the mass that he has, so he is less effective.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to say you are unleashing your powers. So you are going to be rolling plus freak, but you also have the playbook thing that when you're masked up, as you just said, that you swap your mundane and freak. So go ahead and roll, and we'll see what happens.
Oh,
All
I got
right,
11.
a success. That's actually a full success. So you get to pick 2 things here. You can uh actually no, this is unleash your powers. So what that's going to be is you do it. Like, there's no temporariness, there's no instability. You don't have to mark a condition, but you send out this wave of insects and they begin chipping down and tearing apart the legally distinct Katamari. And you are able to stymie the prince's progress forward as we now look at Glitch. Glitch, what are you doing to help in this scenario?
So Glitch is coming out, and he literally sort of claps his hands together, and there's like a big spark of electricity, and he's going to try and provoke the legally distinct prince by just sort of shouting at him, "Hey, Dung Beetle, let's go."
Okay. So, you are going to be provoking someone, which is rolling with plus superior here.
And remind me how I do that.
You can either click the provoke someone button, or you can click the
Oh no,
superior.
yeah, okay, I got it. So I'm rolling with superior. So no, hang on, bear with me, chat. That one?
Yep, you got it. All right.
Yay!
So that is a 7. It is a partial success. So you get to choose one thing here. They can either stumble and you gain +1 forward against them. And basically, +1 forward basically means that your next roll against this character, you have a +1. You can either say that they err, which means that you get a critical opportunity on them, or they overreact. And what that means is you gain influence over them. And influence is something you can use to get someone to do what they want or what you want. But just keep in mind that all adults have automatic influence over your characters because your characters are all teens. So all adults already have influence over you.
And is the legally distinct prince considered an adult in this?
No, I would say that they're probably a supervillain about the same age as you all.
Nice. Okay, I would like to have the legally distinct prince overreact then.
Okay. So legally distinct prince is going to actually stop rolling the legally distinct Katamari and just going to look over and go, "What do you mean? I'm not a dung beetle. I'm rolling it up to save my homeworld."
Yeah, come on, man. You're walking around rolling up shit. And you're just pushing it around and it's getting bigger. That's dung beetle behavior, man.
But dung beetles roll up shit. They roll up trash. I have to roll up important things.
And Glitch just sort of looks at the legally distinct Katamari and is like, "You're literally rolling up bins. There is a trash. There are several trash cans in there. Like, what are you doing, man?"
As the expert on insects, it's very dumb beetle of you.
See?
And at this point, the prince stops rolling, looks at you all, and you have an opportunity if you want to use it.
How can I use it?
You tell me. Just tell me how you would capitalize on the opportunity, and I'll tell you what you need to roll.
Oh. I think. I think to heck with it. I'm just going to unleash my powers. I think I'm just going to sort of clap my hands again and just hands forward, just this blast of electricity to come out and just aim towards the prince while he's sort of distracted and not paying attention.
Okay.
Or more precisely, not like actively rolling up things.
Gotcha. All right. In that case, go ahead and roll with plus freak or click the unleash your powers.
Right. Hang on. I'm sorry. How do I roll with the plus freak? Or does it automatically do
the
it?
plus freak, you either click the little square icon next to freak, or if you just click unleash your powers under basic moves, it should work there as well.
Oh, that's right. There we go.
Yippee!
Very nice. You get a 10. So you do exactly what it is you set out to do. So tell us a little bit about what that looks like as this bolt of electricity slams into the prince.
Yeah, so it's like a full-on bolt of lightning almost, and it just hits him square in the chest, and there's just this bright flash and thunderclap type noise as it hits him and just propels him backwards into like a wall or a building behind him, and just away from the legally distinct Katamari, which then hopefully can just sort of roll away and be taken apart by Hive Queen.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm sorting it into its different parts. You know, the cars go over here, the bins go over here, the civilians go over in that pile.
And I just sort of turned around. We haven't got time to sort it. Just get it. Just deconstruct it. Just get it in.
They like
its
sorting things.
Fine. All right. Well, I'm going to keep dealing with this.
You're doing great, Trevor. I just sort of like finger poop one of the ants.
His name Trevor?
This guy's named Trevor.
How many are named Trevor?
A lot.
Yeah, are they all named Trevor?
But this is Trevor 1.
Oh my word. Oh, okay. Focusing up. You good? You good?
Yeah, I'm
going to deal with that. Yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
So now...
And he turns back towards the prince.
Yeah, at this point, the prince is actually going to clap his hands, and the other Katamari is going to go whoop into nothingness, and a new one will form in the prince's hands. And kind of like a spinning ball, he holds it above his palms, and the Katamari spins faster and faster and faster and faster. and he is going to throw it at Glitch. So, Glitch, this is what is known as taking a powerful blow. So, what this means is you roll with plus conditions. And conditions are very similar to what if you remember in Avatar, where certain conditions apply minuses. Same thing here, but since you don't have any conditions at the moment, you actually are rolling with a +0. And you actually want to fail this roll.
What?
Yeah, this is the weird one where instead of wanting to get a 7 or higher, you actually want to miss here.
Success, I've been hit.
Yes. So you have a choice here.
What?
Yeah, it makes sense, but it doesn't, you know? I've got a choice here, you say, sorry?
Actually, hold on. Did you roll?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and roll. You can click the take a powerful blow under basic moves, and it'll handle the roll for you.
Yeah.
I am literally very confused right now.
Nope, that wasn't
I don't want to roll high.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. All right, partial success. So you have, of course, the 3 options here. You can provoke Hive Queen to do something foolhardy, or you could inflict a condition on Hive Queen, like maybe you deflect it into Hive Queen or something. You could give the prince an opportunity, or you can struggle past the pain of the Katamari hitting you and mark 2 conditions.
I'm gonna. I feel like. I feel like this is just going to sort of take me completely off guard because I've just sort of turned back from looking at Hive Queen and all the Trevors, and I'm just going to take this like Katamari straight to the chest and therefore give ground as it sort of knocks me down or knocks me aside or does something in that regard.
Okay. So you are knocked onto your back, and the opposition is actually going to come over, and the prince is going to kind of loom over you with his Katamari above his palm, again floating like an orb, and he spins it and spins it and spins it, and he goes, "Give me one reason why I shouldn't roll you up right now."
Because... Nah, I got nothing, buddy.
And the Katamari starts lowering down towards Glitch. Hive Queen, what are you doing as you see all this?
So, seeing that is he like moving his hands to direct the ball?
Yes.
So I go, so that's how it works. And I just flick my hand as flying ants will go towards his hands and just start biting them.
Okay. So this is going to be directly engaging a threat or rolling with plus danger here.
I have no pluses. Let's go. Oh, not that side. That's
okay. Well, you get to mark potential.
Yay!
So unfortunately, what's going to happen is I get to make a move. So what's going to happen is the prince is going to kind of flick his hand, and your insects are rolled up in the legally distinct Katamari.
No!
As Trevor's are rolled up, he actually cocks his hand back, and then he launches that Katamari. Like, I'm talking like full football, American football launch, just whoom down the field.
No!
I mean, that seemed weird. Yeah,
everything about this seems weird.
And Glitch just turns to Prince again and just says, you got to forgive her. It's her first day.
Well, today will be your last day, as he summons another Katamari and begins slowly lowering it towards you once more.
Okay, well, in that case... let me see. I mean, I feel like I've just got to unleash my powers again, basically, and just smack this guy full in the face with the electricity again.
Okay, well, that's plus freak.
Let's have that happen.
Okay, partial success. So you have a choice to either mark a condition, or I will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Let's go with unstable or temporary for the time being.
Okay. So you, what I'm assuming, blast him again with lightning,
Hmm.
and like full on like Emperor Palpatine, like full power, and you just zap. Um, but unfortunately, all you manage to get him to do is stagger back, and he is stunned for a moment, which might give Hive Queen an opportunity. But
Right.
in this moment, the prince is only temporarily off kilter.
I got a plan. I got a
Mm-hmm.
cunning plan. Cunning's a fox graduate from cunning school. So I'm gonna grab one of the dustbins. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to fling it up and like hook the ball that he's been like moving around and stuff. I want to yeet the ball into him to try and make him stick to it.
Oh.
Interesting. Let me see. What would that be? I think that's another directly engaging a threat here.
Boo!
Oh, you get
Boo!
to mark potential. Oh, you're pretty close to leveling up. What, you only need what, two more?
Two more. Woo!
Woo. Well, what's that's going to mean is you actually add to the Katamari instead. And it's not great. It's not looking good because the prince recovers and says, "All right, fine. If I got to handle both of you at the same time, very well. I can summon two." And he summons another one. And then he starts throwing these things like dodgeballs, like full on just dodgeballs at both of you.
What is
So
going on?
I need both of you to take a powerful blow for me.
All right. Oh, keep hitting the wrong one. Sorry.
You good? Okay, that's good. So glitch,
Hmm.
you mark potential and you avoid it just well.
Uh,
Unfortunately, Hive Queen, it's a partial success. So you have, of course, those three options: provoking glitch into doing something, or inflicting a condition on them. You give ground, or you can mark two conditions.
so I'm gonna feel like I am not used to fighting this guy. Like everything I'm doing is not working, and I feel like I'm going to try to jump out of the way of this ball and just get like walloped by the dustbin, making glitch lash out verbally,
Okay.
just to put Techno on the spot. Come on, give us some roleplay.
So sorry, I was reading. Run that by me again.
So I get hit by a dustbin that is
Hit my
connected to the
dustbin.
ball.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm making you lash out verbally.
Yeah. So just like, oh come on, man. That's what do you got against her? It's like I said, it's her first day. Like, all right, you and me, let's go. Let's
1v1.
yeah, come on.
All right. Well, give me either a provoke someone or give me directly engaging a threat or unleash your
I'm
powers here.
I'm gonna directly engage Fret, I think.
Okay.
So I've got a +1 in danger. I can roll that, right?
Yep.
Ha.
Oh, a full hit, which means you get to pick two of the following. You can either resist or avoid their blows. You can either take something from them. You can create an opportunity for your allies, or you can impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Hmm. Okay. I'm really tempted to just sort of jump in and just grab the Katamari off him.
This is mine now.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that's
Bullying
enough of
a
that. I'm having this. This is mine.
bullying a younger
But I don't
kid.
know if that's. I don't think that's necessarily a
What if?
fair thing to do.
Or you may
Well,
be
if
able to
they,
hold it there with static electricity, so it's not able to grab you.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Yes. Okay. That's exactly it. So I'm going to sort of rub my fingers together and just sort of create a static field, and
Mhm.
then just sort of put my hand out and just sort of stop the Katamari from hitting me, and just sort of it's not touching me, but it's just sort of suspended in my hand, kind of thing.
Okay, so
You're
that's
hol- you're
one
holding
thing you
it-
get.
You hold it like a
Oh,
dodgeball.
I get two, don't I?
Yep, you get two.
Which, yeah. So
You could then
I
make him
think
frightened because nobody else can control them, so he's confused.
I was about to say, yeah, I think this frightens him because, like, oh my god, how do you know how to use this power?
And I think that's exactly. It's like one of those moments where Captain America picks up the hammer of Thor, where the prince goes, "But only I can wield it. How the Katamari has judged you worthy."
Oh, come on, man, this is easy. You do this every Tuesday. Come on.
This is the first time I'm meeting you. How are you this worthy? To anyone else, that should be the weight of a neutron star.
I mean, come on, man, look at me. Yeah,
I'm just in the background, which is a dumbfounded look. My mask is stretched, my eyes are wide, and I'm like, what is going on? What is this street? None of the other streets in this city is this crazy.
Well, not this crazy, no, but they're all pretty crazy. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, right. I got your ballies doohickey, right?
And as the prince is otherwise just stymied, the Coffee Crusader, because you were wondering what happened to the Coffee Crusader, the Coffee Crusader comes up behind the prince and takes her pot of coffee and just boop on top of the head and knocks him out.
Yeah. Oh, so you are going to do something then?
Well, I mean, we were just waiting for an opportunity. We thought you had it there for a moment. Plus, we were able to save some bystanders. And she points, and yeah, there's like 6 or 7 people that the other supers have pulled out of the fire, as it were.
Hmm. Well, I mean, what do we normally do with these? And he's just sort of holding the Katamari, not quite in his hand, but sort of just above it.
I
Like, where do
mean,
these?
this is the first time anyone's ever actually taken it away from him, so I guess keep it.
Oh man, I'm so worthy. Hey, look, Hive Queen, check this out. I'm worthy.
Congrats.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
So
What do they have? What do you do normally with them?
Well, normally when the prince gets knocked out or captured, they vanish, but it's right there in your hands. It's not going anywhere.
Well, yeah, man, I've got him by the balls.
Okay. All right.
Hang on. So
do we tie him up, or does he just disappear, or like this happens every week? So he must not go to jail because that's usually a monthly thing that they get out.
I mean, that's just the way it works here in Halcyon City. We'll take him to Aegis, and Aegis will lock him up, and then he'll break out in a week. And you know how it is here in Halcyon City.
Yeah, man, I know how it is.
I'm beginning to learn.
Yeah, hey, you guys haven't met. So Coffee Crusader, this is Hive Queen, CC.
Hey,
nice to meet you.
Yep. She does the best coffee in Halcyon City. Just so you know, not trying to butter you up or anything, CC. I know you love me, but let's
not
keep this
trying to get
professional.
on her bad side.
Well, yeah, because if you get on my bad side, I give you decaf.
Yeah, you don't want her decaf, man. No.
That feels like she puts people to sleep with it.
No,
it's super powered decaf.
It almost like literally saps your power from you. It's insane.
Oh.
I've had it once. I don't want it again.
Oh, speaking of which, your coffee's the best in the city. Please don't do that to me. They get angry.
Well, speaking of which, she actually kind of props open the prince's mouth and pours in a pot of decaf and goes, that should keep him calm down for a while.
Oh, I thought you were lining up for a pun.
Listen, I do 2 things, honey. I pour coffee and I wait tables. Puns are not one of those 2.
And sometimes she waits on the bad guys.
You know what? I'm actually going to write that down. Hold on. And she pulls out her little notepad of where she keeps orders, and she writes that down.
you see, you kind of go, and he's at this point, Jay's just throwing Glitch rather is just throwing the Katamari between his hands, just see, you're getting the hang of it. You know what's down. It's all good.
I'm waiting for you to get stuck on that.
Yeah, right. Me too, actually. So
How about you just try and put it down? Maybe it disappears after you stop glitching it.
yeah, see, I don't want to do that. Kind of want to keep it. I'm just trying to figure out a way how. Like, I could probably put like a static field around it permanently.
You
In
can
fact,
do that permanently?
oh yeah, it's simple stuff. In
I
fact,
guess if you're
Elage, I'd
Boaz.
like to give that a shot. I want to try and just put like a permanent static field around it, so I can touch
Okay.
it whenever I'll pick it up whenever I want to.
All right. Well, that seems like an unleashing your powers.
It does, doesn't it? So
We
let's
seem
give
to
that a
both be
shot.
very good at that.
That's with Freak. So
And you
boom.
get a full hit. So, yes,
So
you
yeah,
can at any point put it down, pick it up, manipulate it however you want.
there's
So,
this little flash of static electricity around it, and it looks for a brief moment like ball lightning, and then just sort of looks normal, and then I'm like, yep, see, easy.
oh,
And he's just sort
so
of tossing it in one hand.
do you like have a place to put trophies? Because that feels like trophy worthy.
I mean, I've got a backpack, and he just pulls that out and puts it in the backpack.
Make sure you don't take that to wherever the heck you take that backpack to.
Make sure I don't take what?
Where you ever go when you're not a cape, just don't take it to school or whatever.
Don't take my backpack to school.
Don't take the ball that sticks anything to it while making a gigantic spinny thing covered in static electricity to school.
I mean, I don't go to school, man.
Uh, or
Like,
where
I'm not a high school. Not important, not relevant. I go to college. Shut up.
Okay,
Anyway.
don't take it to college then.
I mean,
Well,
I
you take everything you find on the street to college?
what? No,
Then
I'm not even taking this to college. It's just I just don't like the assumption you thought I was like a school kid.
I mean, you're acting like it.
Oh, come on.
Anyway, are we going to go now since we're in capes, or are we going to go and decape so we can go look into the nonsense that we're looking into?
Cece, you got this right, and he's just sort of pointing at Prince.
Yeah, I got it. He'll be out for a while as she continually feeds
She's
the
just
prince
pouring
decaf.
coffee.
Yeah, just pouring it down.
Ugh, just
I
shudders. Like, no.
see. Is
No.
it like a different labeling for the decaf and the regular calf?
I mean, no, man. She just pours it, and if you pissed her off, you know
Oh,
about it.
oh, she can change the. This is like us. She could just change the coffee.
Yeah.
She has infinite coffee.
Wait. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, like, so does she have like the coffee dimension where she pulls from, or is like
Why are
it's
these
have
your questions?
I just interested about powers, and this is the first time I've seen one coffee base.
You haven't seen the Caffeine Queen?
Somewhere is frantically writing to Marvel or DC, and I'm like, all right, I got this new pitch for a superhero, the Coffee Crusader.
Well,
Yeah.
the caffeine queen drinks coffee, and it affects her 1,000 times more effectively than standard coffee. However, she does not create the coffee.
Right, right. I mean, yeah, that's true.
So
And
it's a
I heard
coffee. I mean, she can use tea. She doesn't like using tea because it makes her like mellow, like
no,
she's been
yeah.
smoking the wacky tobacco.
I mean, I think she switched to energy drinks now anyway.
Has
Yeah,
she
she's a
changed
bit
it? Changed
yeah,
the brand?
she's just a bit of a monster now.
Oh my god.
I only just sort of finger guns.
Fine,
Oh, come on. You got to give me that one.
I'll give it to you while groaning.
Yeah. um, right. So,
The
did you want
docks.
to? Yeah. Okay. I was going with finished pancakes, but we can hit the docks if you want.
Oh, I've already finished the pancakes. And yours.
Oh, good.
You weren't eating
All
them,
right.
right?
I was here stopping you. You owe me some pancakes. Come on, let's go to the docks.
All right.
It's just you just flip to the diner as like the ants have just piled around these pancakes and carrying them off to me.
Nice. All right. So you head to the docks, and like all good docks in all good superhero cities, it's a bunch of warehouses, unloading, loading equipment from boats. And one building in particular is the one you all have clocked. It looks on the surface, it kind of looks just like your normal 2-story warehouse. It's about the size of a city block, so it takes up the full city block. So it's a very large warehouse. The second floor has a window every so often, and what you notice is that there are a number of burly men that are on guard duty. So they're just kind of walking about. Some are on their phones, just slacking off. But you also notice, in addition to the burly men, you also notice that there are some cameras located at strategic points around the warehouse.
So I like to do a little bit of a transition thing where I grab onto it. Yeah, we get into the area and I grab onto one of the gutter drains, and my ants basically climb up for me. So I grab onto them, they grab onto the thing, and they
Oh,
climb.
like an ant ladder.
Yeah. So I look like I'm
Mhm.
sliding up, but it's basically them lifting me up as I get to the roof of a warehouse facing the this complex, so I'm able to see it from like above.
Okay.
And is Glitch able to follow me up there? Because
Yeah,
does Glitch have
so
good?
I think while this is happening, Glitch is going to change into his proper superhero outfit at this point, which I guess he kept stored in his backpack. So he is now in like a proper superhero uniform costume with a hood up, with the domino mask, and then with a long cape as well, and then a big like exclamation mark and lightning on his chest, and he's just going to be like, "Okay, so you've got that going on. That's good." And he's just going to sort of zap himself. He's just going to disappear into like a burst of electricity and just sort of zip up to the rooftop. So very quick, very flashy way of doing it, which may work to his disadvantage in this. I don't know, but that's definitely what he does.
All right. Well, what I would ask is that you all, whoever would care to do the reconnaissance of this warehouse, please roll me and assess the situation.
I feel.
Oh, I failed.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
you get another potential, so you got that going
Yippee!
for you.
It's weird. Is failing the only way to level up in this game?
Yeah.
That's
Don't worry,
mad.
I will become more powerful than you will ever imagine. First off, I'm going to get Peter Squad. Basically, I give Peter Squads little cameras, and this is how I take pictures for my day job. They
Mhm.
just take little cameras about and start like taking pictures. But after a little bit of like watching this area, he's put pesticide on the grounds.
So these aren't the Trevors then.
You know, like every squad's like named differently.
Oh, okay.
The Peters are the photographers,
Obviously, right?
obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Mm.
Like, sure. And they're all
But
like the same type of ant or different.
no, they're different types of ants. I got fire ants, I got flying ants, I've got burrowing ants, I've got bridge ants, I've got. It's like every single time I'm just flicking my finger, and it's just like you can't tell the
There's a different
difference.
ant on every finger.
Yeah.
uh,
And then I can take control of insects of the area, but I don't take over arachnids. Fuck arachnids.
I mean, I'm with you I'm with you there. Like, no spider, no spiders, no spider men, no spider people,
No,
no.
no spider society. That would be far too silly.
Oh yeah, no.
So to
Just looks at
set
the
the
camera.
scene, you all are looking over at the warehouse, and we see in the fourth wall, we see a figure approaching behind you all, and they just say in a very gravelly voice, So what's your problem with arachnids then?
Does it just turn?
And
Buddy,
you
if I
turn and you see a supervillain who is actually part spider. And I don't
is,
mean like a Spider-Man part spider. I mean like this guy is like a Drider from D&D, where his lower half is a spider and his upper half is of course in a supervillain flashy outfit of oranges and blacks. And he goes, I don't know what you two are doing, but you're not allowed up here. So, do you want to
buddy,
do this the easy way or the hard way?
buddy, if I turn around and you're like 8 legs and mandibles and little spinny things, I am not. This is not going to go well.
My usual answer to that question is that they eat insects, which is probably not very good for me right now. I mean,
Glitch
I'm
just
not
turns around
wrong.
and just goes, "Oh my god!" And just sort of looks away and looks down, just like, "Oh no!" Just
They have also not also covered the grounds with pesticide. They seem to have a super fun as you like turned away from him, pointing back at him.
Just ignoring the arachnid guy, just pointing.
Yeah,
You're
if
like,
you
yeah,
ignore him, he's not real. He can't hurt us.
yeah, just
Do you think he's part of the gang, or is he just like pissy at us because we were talking shit about arachnids?
probably the latter. I mean, like he's probably called something like man spider or like the human arachnoid or something, or I
my
don't know.
name's Jim.
Wait, you don't even have a villain name?
No,
That's
my name is Jim.
that's sad, man. Like, come on. Like, I could think of 3 off the top of my head.
Well, go ahead and enlighten me.
Well, okay, man spider, the
The arachnid kid.
the arachna kid, and just like, yeah, that's a good one. There's the
I'm
humans.
34.
You got to see past that, man.
Arachnid
Like
man.
arachna man, yeah.
Doesn't have the same sort of zing to it.
A man racrid? No, don't like that. That's bad. Let's scratch that one.
The weaver, if he's like a spider that can weave, because not all of them can weave. Some of them just jump.
Yeah, man, can you weave?
And for this, I would like you all, whoever wants to take the lead here, give me a Pierce the Mask, which means you're rolling with plus mundane.
Oh, so normally I would be okay with this, but I have my mask on, so I'm not good at this.
Well, I've got -1 to mundane, so I feel
I
like
got
that.
mine for as well. Let's go!
All right, I'm gonna roll. Here we go.
Hey,
All
it's
right,
the
hey, you get to
pay!
ask me one question from the Pierce the Mask. And the questions are, what are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to do something? How could I gain influence over you? You get
So
one choice of those.
yeah,
Or do we
right.
get
What?
to ask the question?
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you
yeah.
a
Run,
weaver
run that
spider?
past me one more time, or are these written down on here?
They're on the Foundry screen under Pierce the Mask.
And Pierce the
There's
mask.
a drop down
There we
box
go.
sort of
There we
thing.
go. There we go.
There we
So, I'm just gonna go. Look,
Lego
man.
Nas. I like that.
Look, man. What's it gonna take for me to just make you go away?
Well, I mean, I'm on guard duty. I'm supposed to keep an eye on the warehouse. So
This
unless you have
warehouse,
a
the one we're looking at.
Yeah, so unless you got a good reason why I should look the other way.
Well, I mean, look, for starters, we can get you a much better name than Jim. I mean, Jim's fine for like your
My mother gave me this name.
No,
It's
no,
the
no, no,
last
no,
thing
no,
I
no,
have
no, no,
from
no,
her.
no. Ain't nobody insulting nobody else's
mean-
mother. I'm just saying, Jim don't, scare people. They don't put fear in the hearts of
I'm a
heroes.
mercenary. I don't care if I strike
I mean-
fear. As long as I do my job and get the money, that's what matters to me.
Oh
To be
man,
fair,
come
my guy, even though
on.
you're arachnid, pesticides are still not good for like mutant species. Like
That's why I'm out here and not closer.
So
Yeah,
what you're
but-
saying is that your employer hasn't even thought about your health?
Also, what I'm hearing is you have not thought about branding at all. You're going by Jim the mercenary?
Yeah, Jim the Mercenary. I have a 5-star review on Supervillains Are Us.
Look, I mean, look. There's Blade Hack. There's Arms Merchant. There's Oh man, what? There's the evil Steve. You know, there's all these like proper mercenary names, and you're going with Jim the mercenary. That's not going to get you
I mean,
anywhere, man.
he must be skilled if he doesn't have very good branding. We have to give him that at least.
I mean, he's guarding a warehouse. How skilled could he really be? And no offense, Jim, but like this, really, this is how much are they even paying you?
ELH has to take a moment because I'm just drinking all that in. Okay, Jim kind of raises an eyebrow and say, "They're paying me $1,000 a day. It's actually a pretty good rate."
I mean, actually, that's not bad. I'd probably, there's quite a lot I'd do for £1,000
Why do
dollars a day.
heroes not get paid that much?
I mean, we don't get paid.
Rude.
Hey, Jim, is that like an agency for like mercenary work?
Yeah. Do you want me to give you a reference?
Yeah. Have you got like a card or something? Because like,
Yeah. One moment. He reaches into his pockets and pulls out a card.
Today on Mask, our heroes turn to villainy because it pays better.
Okay, interesting.
And the
So
best
like,
part about the card is it's like one of those like Indeed or LinkedIn style sites, but it's also got a referral card. Like, use this to give Jim a boost on Mercenaries Are Us or something.
okay, and this is yeah. Hey, pardon the pun, but this is what, like dark web stuff, or have I
I
got to
see
get
what you
like a
did there.
VPN?
Yeah, it's you can access it on any web browser as long as you use the World Wide Web.
Hey, finger guns again.
This is the other reason why I don't like arachnid-based powered people.
Yeah, it's not great. Hey Jim.
Yeah, what's up?
Like kind of like I said, man. Really, with the pesticide and the $1,000 a day, like that's your jam, is it?
Listen, I got to put my daughter through school. I gotta pay for her private school, and it's really costly in Halcyon City.
I mean, you're not wrong. My apartment is like, it's not good, man. But like,
around these parts.
hey, I feel like we got a rapport going now here, though. Yeah,
Yeah, I
like,
initially was gonna wrap you up and throw you off the roof, but now I kind of feel like I know you a little bit more, and it feels weird.
yeah, right. So, how's this? You turn your like 8 eyes the other way, and we go wrap up the business that we got to deal with here, and then you've hooked me up on, what is this, like Mercenaries Are Us. I'll give you a what, like a 5-star review here for like guarded really well, did a good job,
I mean,
caught the people breaking in, that kind of thing.
Why don't you give me a provoke someone here that is plus superior?
Oh man. All right. I don't have any
we'll give her a
superior, so
review. Like, who's the only person came close to defeating us, and
oh,
we were outnumbering him. Nah, it didn't work.
Yeah,
it didn't
so
work.
but hey, you mark potential, so you
Oh,
got that
hey,
going
yeah.
for you. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So I think Jim is like, look, I know we got the rapport. I know you're gonna give me the review, and I feel like maybe I'll become a recurring character if I stick around you long enough. But unfortunately, I am being paid to do a job. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to look in this direction for 30 seconds, and if I don't see you again, so be it. But if I see you again, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Hey, look, we all gotta do what we gotta do. Deal.
How about you give us a minute? We promise not to sneak attack you, just so we can have a convo. Deal?
Oh, hey, that's fair.
I'll give you 45 seconds.
All right, cool.
All right.
And
I feel like
Jim
he just
turns
turns
around.
and starts counting.
Yeah, Jim turns around and starts counting.
So, like, they obviously have something there, since they have a mercenary they're paying $1,000 per day.
I mean,
Jim, how many days you been guarding this warehouse?
Over 2 weeks.
So they've spent $1,400 on one guy.
No. Try that again.
1,400. That's 2 weeks. Oh no, oh no, I'm used to my paycheck. Fuck, 14,000.
Yeah, man.
Jesus,
Like, yeah, and that's one guy, and
I have a
you
whole
know,
goon army over there. They must have something there, worth investigating,
yeah.
or at least worth making sure that it doesn't, harm kids in private schools or anything like that.
24, 25,
It doesn't
Yeah,
really act
we
six.
should really like. So hey, over there, we go over there, right?
Are we gonna fight him so we can get into the warehouse? We're gonna have to fight him anyway, so we'd be able to fight him out here rather than
I
with the
mean, you
goons.
said we weren't going to sneak attack him. That seems kind of
No, we're waiting until the countdown goes down and then fighting him.
well. Doesn't that defeat the point of having the countdown?
Well, no, because we had time to talk about
30, 31.
it.
I mean, I kind of feel bad now. He's just trying to put his kid through school.
I mean, we can fight him, we can knock him out, but we just don't do the whole like, what was that guy, Drake Man, who like brutalizes people he fights. We just don't be an
Whoa,
ass
whoa,
about it.
whoa! Who? Why are we going there? That wasn't where I was going with that.
No, but like, we just knock him out.
Hey, Jim, you've been paid that money up front, right?
Jim turns around. Oh, you're still here.
Yes.
Yeah. They pay me up front every day.
All
Oh,
right, so
cool. So
yes.
that money's safe, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
even if
cool.
we, okay, yeah, no, we feel less guilty about fighting you now.
Okay, Jim, we're fighting now.
Okay.
I want you to know, Jim, this wasn't my idea.
Kind of feel it was on some level.
No, you heard me, man. I was in your corner here.
As I just like give him a thumbs up and nod as he's saying it's his fault.
So, how are we doing this? Are you going to attack me both at once? Am I fighting you one on one? I mean, how are we doing this?
Since we're not sneak attacking now, at least my plugs at him.
All right. Well, that's directly engaging a threat. So roll me plus danger, please.
I need to up my danger. Fuck's sake. Which probably happens soon as I go to fail.
Well,
I
you do
fail.
indeed fail. So that does mean you get to level up your character sheet. All right. So if you look under team moves on your character sheet, there is advancement.
Okay.
And you can choose any of the top advances. So you could take another move, you could +1 to a label, you can unlock your moment of truth, or you can take drives from the Beacons playbook. But let me talk a little bit about moment of truth. So moment of truth is very similar to Avatar Legends sort of balance moment where you
Mm.
find your true center, your true balance, and you basically become the game master for the rest of the scene. You don't have to use this right away. Once you unlock it, it's always on until you use it. So it's something where it can be a very powerful tool in your toolkit.
So I'm gonna take that because that feels like I'm not gonna use it right now.
Mhm.
But like I feel like I go for a left hook, which causes my ants to mimic my movements, so it's like a fist of ants comes out, and I feel like he just makes a small web to trap my ants.
Yep. All
And
right.
I'm like, this is why I hate arachnids.
So what happens is, as you said, you come in for the punch. He wraps up your ants. He also webs your hands together in a kind of like a handcuff, but it's made out of spider web.
Mm, icky.
I mean,
And
come
then
on, man.
Jim turns to Glitch and goes, "So, what do you do? Do you?"
Well, nothing like that or like that, and he's pointing to Hive and to him.
Mhm.
I do this, and he just the clap of the hands to like blast him with like the lightning again.
All right. Well, that's directly engaging a threat.
Hmm. Well, is it? I was going for unleash powers.
They're kind of used interchangeably, but since there's a chance for Jim to trade blows with you, that's why we're doing directly engaging a
Cool, cool,
threat.
cool. Okay, no, that's cool. So that's plus danger, so I get a +1 on that.
Okay, partial success. So you get to choose one here. You can either resist or avoid the blows coming from Jim. You can take something from Jim. You can create an opportunity for your allies, or you can impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I would like to create an opportunity for my allies. So I would like to just sort of go in and just sort of a little flurry of like electric kind of punches to like his abdomen or his thorax, I guess, and just sort of take him off balance and distract him from Hive Queen, who hopefully then has the opportunity to like deal with their web cuffs.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. You keep Jim busy enough for Hive Queen to get out of the web handcuffs. And what would you like to do, Bean? What is Hive Queen's action here?
So, noticing he is dancing around electricity at this moment, what I would like to do is send my ants into and under the grating of this warehouse, and I want to quickly check with the ants to make sure there's nobody underneath him when I do this, and buckle the roof out of all of his, like, because he's got like a very stationary circle. I just want to dig underneath him and just pull that section down so he plummets to the bottom of the warehouse in front of us.
Okay, well, that is definitely an unleash your powers.
Yippee! So I'm gonna roll mundane, but you know what it is. There
All
we
right,
go.
10 success. That is very good. So, yeah, what happens is you send your ants in and they basically weaken the roof. And as Jim is dancing back, there's a creak and then a crash as the ceiling buckles and Jim goes plummeting to the ground of this warehouse that you all are fighting on top of.
And is that enough to take him out of the fight? And
Are you
No,
going to stick around and find out?
no,
well,
this is Jim. He's definitely got harder nails than that.
yeah, but I mean, you'd just take off, couldn't we?
We have to take off to the warehouse, so we could either leave him in here and he comes back and faces us, or we can deal with him now, whichever way you wish to do this.
All right, let's deal with him now.
All right.
That was an out of character discussion for me, by the way.
So you hop down into the warehouse?
I think Glitch just does a little electric burst just to get himself down. Just sort of, there's like electricity running down all of the warehouse like girders and beams within, and then just sort of lands on the floor next to the pile of rubble that Jim's under.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to say, "Jim, dark web. It was right there."
Listen, I don't really do the puns. They're not in my skill set, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, web shot?
I got nothing for you.
I'm trying, man. You gotta give me that.
I mean, you are trying, but like I said, I'm not a very punny person.
All right. Well, fine. And I'm just going to go in with the.
Maybe you could crack a dad joke.
But actually, before you rush in, as you will both land and you look around, what you notice is that this entire warehouse is also apparently a part of the 22s because all of the boxes in here are labeled with the 22s logo.
I was expecting for a moment a bunch of 22 gangsters sitting around a table playing cards, and then we just look to our left, and then there's just more of them.
I mean, that would be funny, but not quite yet.
Okay. I don't think this changes what I'm going to do, which was just sort of go in to fight him again. Yeah. I'm just going to go straight in and just continue the directly engaging.
Okay. So before you can do that, Jim is actually going to unleash his own move on you. So I need you to first take a powerful blow.
Yep. Okay.
I would rather us not.
And remember, you want to fail this one, which you did. Well done.
Wait, was he attacking Hive Queen or me or both?
You was attacking Glitch.
I get a potential, right?
No, because you shouldn't have rolled.
Oh.
No, he was only attacking Glitch. So...
Yeah, you're still up on the roof, I think, right?
No, I think Hive Queen came down, didn't you?
I felt like I was standing above the hole, but I can jump down if you want me to.
No, you can stay up there. All right, you still missed though, glitch. So you still mark potential. Good job.
Hmm.
So Jim like fires a blast of web at you, and you just sort of sidestep it. And Jim looks at you and goes, "You know, it's a shame we're not on the same side here. I feel like we could learn a lot from each other."
Daddy Longlegs?
All right, you know what? I
Don't
gotta
call
stop you
him
right
Daddy
there.
Longlegs. That
No,
makes it weird.
that felt bad even as I was saying it.
And I actually am going to inflict the guilty condition on Glitch for that terrible pun.
Yeah,
He has a child, Glitch.
yeah, that's where I was coming from. But like,
Don't come around the child.
even as I said it, it felt wrong. I feel bad. That wasn't good. I'm sorry, man. That was a bad one. Like, but again, I'm trying. And
Listen, you're a
I like.
kid, you're still learning. As long as you take some positive things away from this, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, you're a good man, Jim, or man, spider
No,
thing.
it's just Jim. Just Jim.
What? I mean, yeah.
What about Spider Jim?
Wait, are your pronouns Jim?
No, my name is Jim. I go by he, him. Pretty basic.
Right.
What
Okay.
about
But
Spider Jim?
Nah, Spider Jim's taken. Trust me, I checked.
Oh, rude.
yeah, I mean that's the arachnid only gym on like 53rd Street.
You want us to go beat him up for you so you can get the name?
I don't think it works that way.
Also, I feel like that's stepping over a line there, Hive.
Okay, then. I'm sorry, we have rapport with him now. I want to help him some way besides just beating him up.
Yeah. Yeah. But here we are.
The true villainy, just getting a rapport with the superheroes.
I do like, and he's just Glitch is just like, just sidestepping these like attacks as they're coming. Just like I just feel bad that like you've got a kid, you're just trying to like help the kid, and like we're trying to stop you from doing your job and it feels bad,
I mean, all right. What is it you're here to do? Are you here to get rid of all these supplies? Are you here to take pictures? I mean, what are you trying to do here?
Hey,
Well,
Hive, what are we here to do?
get the weapons off the streets so that, they don't harm people like your daughter. Because, like, these guys may not use them, but they sell them to some pretty nasty customers.
I mean, that's true, and there's like a whole box full of drugs over
And,
there.
like, you have fought us, and you got, like, yeeted into a building. So, like, you have justification to go, nope, I'm done. I did my job, just was beaten. Fair is fair.
Well, Hive Queen. I'd like Hive Queen to roll me a provoke someone or plus superior.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Jim is too, and the fact he is so loyal is also another redeeming. Jim is the Doofenshmirtz of this world. He's just a villain trying to put his daughter through school.
Jim is
Mhm.
just the best.
Yeah, and I think Jim is like, look, I hear what you're saying, I really do, but I gotta keep my rating up, because if I don't have a good rating on Mercenaries or Us, I don't get jobs. And if I don't get jobs, then Marissa doesn't get to go to school. And if Marissa doesn't get to go to school, then I have to be a stay-at-home dad, and that's even worse. Listen, my wife died about 2 years back. It's been really hard at home. I'm doing my best. I'm doing what I can.
Is he still attacking me while he's saying all of this?
Yes, like the
All right,
entire
yeah.
time. Just
This is also therapy for Jim. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But like, aren't you worried that the city's gonna have like more like they're like nicking supercomputers and stuff. They could be working for some supervillain that's about to like level an entire part of the city. I don't care if I don't get another role to convince him this is the line I'm going down.
No, and I think Jim is gonna be like, look, I mean, even if you were gonna get rid of one warehouse of guns and drugs, I mean, how are you gonna get rid of multiple? They have 3 warehouses in this little district. I mean, you would need something very big to roll up all of this problem.
So like a schoolgirl writing down stuff over the phone. I just got this notepad and going, 3 warehouses, right. I mean, if we got rid of all of them.
I know where this is going.
If we got rid of all.
How long do I resist the urge to do what I think is being expected?
I mean, somebody would have to help us find those 3 places, and it'd be great that if some, noble soul who's just trying to look after his daughter.
Hey, is your daughter half spider?
No, she actually takes after her mother. She's part mosquito.
Delightful. And he's just ducking blows as this is happening.
What's wrong with mosquitoes, Glitch?
Nothing at all. It's all good. I'm not saying a thing. You're putting, if anything, you have a problem with mosquitoes. Did you think about that?
I don't have a thing against mosquitoes. They're lovely.
Well, there you go.
Good. Just looking accusedly at Glitch.
And Glitch just sort of looks at Jim and just sort of like head nods and just like, come on, like, some people, huh?
Some people, indeed.
Yeah. Anyway, that must really suck for her. I mean, no pun intended.
I see what you did there, and I appreciate it.
I didn't. But like, I feel like that would be somehow offensive. So I'm going to walk that one back. Yeah. Hey, listen. Hypothetically, and still like ducking the blows. If the warehouse is, let's say, disappeared, where would that leave you, job wise?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be getting $1,000 a day from this job, but as long as I have a good rating on Mercenaries R Us, I can find something else.
Wait, what are they? What if we got like onto their computer? We could give you a good rating.
Oh yeah, I can do that. And he's like snapping his fingers, electricity sort of sparking. Like, I'm good with tech, man. Like, I can give you a pretty good rating from these guys, and I think we can solve the whole warehouse problem as well.
I mean, this sounds good, but what do you have in mind?
So yeah, just sort of doing a quick backflip onto to avoid like a swipe with one of his forelegs. Glitch is going to reach into his backpack and just pull out the statically charged Katamari, legally distinct Katamari. It's like, we can roll everything up with this. Do you know what this is?
Holy crap, that was you that took down the prince?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Right? I
thought he was the only one that could handle that thing.
Yeah, well, he fought that too, and just sort of throwing it from hand to hand.
Apparently, you have to be a certain sort of worthy to get it. I don't know what constitutes as worthy, but I'm not touching it.
Glitch just sort of stands there, both hands that sort of out, just like, it's me, baby, kind of pose. Like, this is worthy.
This is what worthy looks like.
This is what worthy looks like. You may not like it, but here we are.
This is peak worthiness.
This is.
That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
But yeah, we can get to the laptop. We can roll up the warehouse, and like, heroes don't normally take the money from the supervillain player, so we could just leave it to the side, for like the police to find, or some mercenaries. I don't know why some mercenaries would pick up all of the money they have, but if they're not going to use it.
So Glitch, I need you to roll me a plus savior, and you're going to have a +1 against Jim.
Sorry, which one?
Plus savior.
Plus savior. Oh, up top. Yep, there we are. And my guilty kicks in on this.
No, the guilty is only -2 to provoke or assess, which is not what you're doing.
Oh, okay, cool. So how do I put a +1 on it?
We can either add it manually, or it should ask.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, when I click on savior, it comes up with the guilty condition.
+1 forward, I think. Above the basic moves, there's like ongoing and plus,
Well, that didn't add it to the. I'm just going to roll. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so it would be a 7.
There we go.
Unless I think it has one. Yeah, because it's added. +1 forward. Yeah.
Rude.
Okay. So I think Jim, he hears what you're saying. He goes, "All right, look, you know what? I agree. We got a rapport going. I feel bad that I got to fight kids, but you know, a job's a job, and if I don't complete the job, it's gonna look bad on me. But look, I'll give you an opportunity. If you roll up this warehouse and then scram, I can probably spin it that something happened, and I'll probably be able to keep my job and my good rating. But I can't let you roll up all 3 warehouses.
Oh, not all 3 of them?
Nah, I can give you one.
And Glitch just sort of looks up towards Hive,
I
just sort
mean,
of shrugs.
one is better than nothing.
I mean,
And
we only
also,
knew of one anyway, so I feel like, you know,
well, we might be able to find something in the warehouse that would give us a clue.
what, after we've rolled it up?
Look, we may be able to pick it clean, the ball clean. I don't know. I was able to get things out of it.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah,
We
we
accept?
yeah,
Yeah.
sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
I feel like he's skilled rolled against us well.
Well, that's the beautiful thing is that in this system, NPCs never roll; they just do things. Um,
Also,
so
I
I
feel
think
think
like
going
that's-
Jim.
places.
I feel like that's how we RP as well, to be honest. we just do things.
No, that's great. So Jim is like, all right, well, I'm gonna go pretend I got knocked out somewhere, and you're gonna roll up the warehouse, and if you're still here in an hour, well, then we'll resume where we left off.
All right.
Hey, that's fair, man. That's fair.
And then Jim basically shoots a bit of web and pulls himself up where Hive Queen is, pulls him up out of the hole, and then Jim hops around buildings until you can't see him anymore.
You know, I have had 10 encounters with arachnids, arachnid-based powered people, and that was the only one that went nicely for me. So it is what they say about 9 out of 10. It's true. It's right.
I mean, yeah, I get. I mean, look, hey, as far as I'm concerned, like this is interesting because, like, I still didn't like how he looked. That's not on him though. He's a nice guy, but like, it's better. Like, he didn't have like, you know, those like little mandible things going on, and like the 8 eyes, and like, who needs 8 eyes?
Some of my insects have 8 eyes.
Sure, sure. What? But what? I hate it. 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 And
Okay,
the scuttling.
we're
He's got the
we're-
scuttling. I don't like that, but I like Jim. Jim's good people.
Yeah, okay, let's go just for roll up a warehouse. Let's go beat
Yeah,
up some
hey, okay.
not morally grey people, but morally bad people because they drug weapon tech steal smuggle. Let's
They
go.
drug, weapon, tech, steal. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a journalist, you said?
I quickly look around to make sure nobody's there. When I don't have the mask on, hint hint.
Oh, yeah, right. I should. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we're just walking towards the warehouse entrance, I think, while we're just into.
All right.
And
So
then as we sort of get outside, I just want to sort of be like, okay, so, and then just like do a sort of bowling action with the ball to just sort of roll it towards the warehouse.
We're just walking up to the warehouse and just going, oh, just.
Well, not 4, no, that's golf, but you know,
As Hive Queen, I don't.
the
don't do
bowling.
sports.
Well,
Well, what do they shout when they roll the ball?
you don't shout anything. If anything, you shout after you've thrown the ball, because like strike or something. Yeah,
So it's not touchdown?
that's a. Do you know any sports?
No.
We're gonna have to get you up to speed on this stuff. And he just bowls the Katamari towards the warehouse.
Now, of course, as you roll it, the Katamari Damacy music starts playing again, as if it's being emitted from the ball.
But it's also a
And
techno version because it's just electric everywhere.
you know what? You make a good point. It is the techno remix of the Katamari Damacy main tune. But you throw the ball and it starts rolling up all the crates and it starts rolling up the shelves and then it rolls up the entire warehouse. Even rolls up a few people that were inside and they're stuck in the mess and they're shouting
His
and all
legs
that.
kicking out from the outside of it. Yeah.
And instead of
Yeah,
being on, it's like the static field.
yeah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
first off, let's try and get the people out, even though the bad guys, we can knock them out, tie them up. I don't feel
Mhm.
good having them trapped in the giant ball of that.
Stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Can you like stop it before it rolls over to the next warehouse? They just look.
And
Just
I
do
mean,
that scene look.
and Glitch kind of looks at him like, I mean, do we want to stop it rolling up
We
the
want
second
to. We don't
warehouse?
want it to become a natural disaster.
Okay, and he sort of holds out his hand, and he's just going to sort of manipulate the static field to just make it roll to a stop.
Okay. And at this point, you do hear sirens coming towards the warehouse district in the distance. Do you wish to stay or do you wish to flee?
Okay, we need to get the laptop first.
Oh,
And
now
then
we want the laptop,
Well, yeah, because we want to give Jeff a good review.
Jim.
Jim, I'm distracted by the gigantic flown ball thing. I think it's also affecting the ants. And the ants are just going all the static electricity.
Well, okay. Look, here's the thing, right? Police, good question mark, but also bad because like we know they're on their payroll.
Yeah.
But we also have a warehouse full of drugs here and guns and tech and stuff. And like they can't all be on the payroll, right?
And no, I think what normally happens is that they get arrested and then they get let out the other end because there wasn't enough evidence or something along those lines.
I mean, and he just gestures towards the giant Katamari warehouse. All right, so okay,
Try and
so
get some
okay,
evidence what the other warehouses are.
well, so laptop is what we could have just taken the laptop.
I mean, if they have a laptop in there, it's kind of just in the ball thing.
And
now.
Glitch is just going to sort of like hold his hand out and be like, "Yeah, there's a laptop in there."
All right, but can you bring the laptop here?
I mean, there's a couple of laptops in there, to be honest.
Bring all of the laptops just to be on the safe side.
I think one of the crates might have been full of laptops.
Well, you get some free laptops then.
Ooh, free laptops. And he's like, so yeah, just going to, what's the best way to handle this? Can I manipulate the static field? I'm going to manipulate the static field on the Katamari, the legally distinct Katamari. So that everything else just sort of sloughs off it, and we're just left with the legally distinct Katamari and a bunch of laptops and other technology just sort of adhered to the side of it.
It does count as reshaping your environment.
Yeah.
Shifty eyes.
Yeah, you could roll me a plus freak here.
Plus freak.
Boop. Oh, ELH, I would like to take photos of things like vans and stuff with license plates.
Okay.
Which I know we won't be able to
Are the
track.
ants doing this?
Yeah, the ants are doing this.
Yeah.
The ants have pictures of this calamari attack ball.
Good lord, 14. Yeah, you definitely do it, Glitch. You do everything that you want and more.
So
And in fact, I think I know exactly how to do this. So you create a pile of evidence for the police. You're able to get the gang people, the gang members that were rolled up. You're able to get them separate and tied up. In fact, you're able to get 4 laptops that were currently running, and you leave Jim a good review on all 4. And then you have like 6 more laptops that are still in their box.
Okay.
So, my ants just like pile up all of the stuff we're taking and just carry them away. So we're going now, right?
And Glitch is just tapping away on the keyboard for a sec. Just leaving the review.
Oh, leave
Jim,
him a tip.
such a good guard, fought 2 capes to a standstill, protected our assets. And then under cons, he's going to write, not good at taking advice on names. Could work harder on branding. Okay, good. And send. And he's like, okay.
Could you leave him a tip? I mean, it's just draining their bank account.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, and he just taps the tip button a bunch of times.
Nice. All right.
Okay. And then he just picks up the laptops and the Katamari, puts them in his bag, or as much of it into his bag as he can. And he's like, okay, we're good. Let's go.
Just like flee the scene as police arrive.
Yeah. He just sort of just turns into electricity again and just sort of zips off in a direction.
All right. Well, as you flee the scene, the police arrive, and one of them steps out of the car and goes, Johnson, what the hell am I looking at? Well, sir, I think we're looking at a pile of drugs and money and counterfeit bills and guns, and looks like one of the supers in the area did our work for us. I was being rhetorical, Jim. I can see everything that's there.
And why did you ask, sir?
I don't know. I'm being facetious. Let's
You're using
get all
awfully
this.
big words, sir. I think you should like go into writing or something.
You know, you're right. I probably should write a book. I've been thinking about it.
Like,
Alright, Sarge, what book you gonna write?
Well, I've got this idea for a superhero that's also kind of doing mercenary work, and he's like a spider person. And we see Jim up on the roof of another building look down and go, do I introduce myself? And that is where we will end today's session.
Yippee!
So what'd you all think? I thought that went amazingly.
Yeah. I feel like it flows easier than Avatar. So out of like, because it's the only system I have to compare against this, I feel like Avatar flowed very well out of combat, and then when you got into combat, it slowed down.
Right.
But this one was
I
case
feel
of.
like I agree with that.
I feel like we need to know roughly more where we stood in the combat order, or if there was a combat order, or how that works. But I feel like it went well. I do like the idea of rolling when somebody attacks you, which Avatar doesn't have, because one of the things I didn't like about Avatar is that you just got hit. There is no mercy. You fail your roll, you also get hit in the face.
Right.
Where this is a case of when you're more hurt, you are less likely to get hurt. What I think is a interesting spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved it. I kind of second everything being said. But yeah, it was a nice opportunity to do like a roleplay heavy game with like game elements in it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, thank you for letting us just go completely mad with this.
Yeah.
I feel like this is.
I feel like whatever story there was, we very quickly took it in a different direction.
No, as I said, Masks is meant to be more improv than most tabletop role-playing games. So
I think we've got that down.
Yeah, I think we did well all around. Yeah.
I feel like it's a great system for people who are more roleplay orientated rather than rules orientated, because I can feel
agreed.
like that the classic D&D party would just be like, so where's Tavern GM? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I set up a 50s diner and you do role-playing for me. It's great.
I like the fact it quickly turned into a diner for superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I also particularly liked how Hive Queen was just like, all of these people in here, 4 arms, one has a tail, and just like, no, I don't see anything odd here.
Well, that's because I'm a superhero. I'm only allowed to notice things when the plot demands it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Even though I got super senses, it's logical that I don't know these things.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I have to not know them for plot convenience.
Yeah.
All right. YouTube, this is where we're going to sign off. So, YouTube, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Bye, boy.